I don't think people are saying, hey, this Quebec player should be on, because the players aren't there, and it really is outrageous.
For the first time in more than 70 years, there will be no players from Quebec on Canada's Olympic men's hockey team after the team announced its roster for the 2026 Winter Olympic Games. For many hockey fans in Montreal, this is a disappointment, as Quebec has traditionally had strong representation on this national team in the past.
Surprised, because you would figure that there's always been a Quebec player on the Olympic or junior team.
Well, it's really disappointing given Quebec's history in hockey and the population we have. On the other hand, I don't think anybody is really surprised.
There's no star Quebecois players in the NHL. This is pas acceptable. I mean, it's not acceptable.
Brendan Kelly, the author of Habs Nation, suggests that the lack of star players in the province could be a result of player development.
It underlines a huge problem with hockey in Quebec, and in fact Hockey Quebec, which runs the minor league hockey in the province. We used to have so many great players. You know, you had Mario Lemieux, you had Ray Bourque, I mean the list goes on, Stéphane Richer, Claude Lemieux. There were great players forever, and now there really aren't.
Here at this Montreal hockey arena, certain players at this pickup game for men over 40 say that the decision not to choose a Quebec player isn't being seen as controversial because there isn't a specific player that should have made the team.
I think it would have been more controversial if there were borderline players who hadn't made the squad, whereas people from other provinces had. But I don't think there were really any choices. I think their choices were obvious.
Matheson or Letang would have been possible choices, but we've got a converted Quebecois in Nick Suzuki, so we're pretty happy with the result.
Habs captain Nick Suzuki named to Team Canada for the Milan Cortina Olympics.
I think, first of all, lack of interest. It costs a lot for kids to play hockey these days, so I think some of the potential ones are not playing. And second of all, there's too many European and international players now, so the room for Canadians now is getting smaller and smaller all the time.
You know, people say, oh, it's more expensive. It's more expensive everywhere else. But why is it that Quebec has fallen so far behind as compared to Ontario and the Western Hockey League? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's really the societies aren't that different. So you don't have the players, and it really, you have to say, why is it that Quebec isn't producing these players?
In Montreal, Gareth Madoc-Jones, City News.